So you all pretty much know by now that if you're reading my writings and you follow my posts or you follow me on Instagram or you're looking at my daily posts that I post on on a YouTube channel, you will see that I'm creating this newsletter called the 3 to 5 a.m. Writer. And I've done 3 videos so far on the 3 to 5 a.m. Writer. The 3 to 5 a.m. Writer is something that I have pretty much just came up with out of the blue from my writings, just my daily practice of writing, interpreting and trying to understand and dig deep into my internal world and understand my emotions and just be honest with myself and face my internal being to and to I guess you could say to face my darker side and to confront my shadow and to be completely honest and just distribute those feelings and those thoughts and those emotions and that counter, I guess you could say, my counter self or the anti Dante, and to put that on paper and to not so much be afraid of exploring that world or to confront it, because it's in us all, and we all should confront our deepest and darkest desires. And so by me doing those writings, that's pretty much what I do. But I don't do that with so much just the pure intent of doing that. I just do that with the pure intent of however I'm feeling at that time when I first wake up in the morning. I'm just completely honest of how I'm feeling, and I write it on the paper, and then I will go from there. I would refine it, I would curate it. I would, if there's something that I wrote that I feel like I can share, or that I feel like that's for a higher cause or a higher purpose, I would push it out. And so that's what that's kind of what that exercise is. But in the midst of me doing that, there was a creative spark that came within me, and something that's called the 3 to 5 a.m. Writer. And so I'm on my 4th series now. I'm on my 4th letter from the 3 to 5 a.m. Writer, and I will eventually, I'll keep you guys updated on when I'm going to officially launch the newsletter. And in this newsletter will be written once a week, and it will go straight to your email, and I will eventually create me a website, and off this website you will see also the 3 to 5 a.m. Writer from the website. And the 3 to 5 a.m. Writer is just that, it's everything what I said, and it's literally what it just sounds like. It's the 3 to 5 a.m. Writer. Whatever I write between those sacred hours, that divine timing is what I like to look at it. I will post that weekly through those letters. And those letters are a result of me having a deep focus, a deep internal focus, in a obsessive concentration that I am spending for 2 hours of writing and being honest and developing and creating and figuring out things to make our lives better, to raise the standards in our lives, and to create better systems and ideas and options and alternatives for our lifestyle. I am a lifestyle designer, and one of the things that I am working and practicing daily is designing better lifestyles. And first off is designing a better lifestyle for myself, because all in all, at the end of the day, that's what we all want. We all want a better lifestyle. Who wouldn't want a better lifestyle? Now, I don't like speaking in terms of absolute, but if you don't want a better lifestyle, then I'm just not for you. What I do is not for you. I am for the higher kind. I am for the higher being. I am for people who want to keep excelling, who wants to keep advancing, who wants an augmented lifestyle. That's what I'm for. That's what I create my business off of. That's what I create my conglomerate off of. That's what my writings are about. I say it all in different ways, and they all are expressing that, but all in all, they all are expressing that. I have different products that I'm creating: a fragrance, an enhanced water, creatine gummies, vegan powder, and even some apparel from my all day platform from football. It's different things I'm creating, self-care products and stuff like that. But the product is just a vessel of what the brand is about, and the brand is me, and the brand is pretty much, it's an augmented lifestyle. It's my reputation, and so I just have to be consistent with this, and what I'm doing is proven, is is showcasing what I'm trying to teach you, what I'm trying to educate others to do, and it's what I do is not conventional. It is very original. It's very unique. A lot of people like to stress, finding a niche, and my niche is me. My niche is whatever I want it to be. My niche is what my desires are, what my intentions are, what my interests are. My niche is what I do every single day. Like, that's me. Like, it's like everything that is inside of me, everything that is internal, and what I like to do, what I love to do, what my passions are, what my interests are, what my goals are, what my vision is, how I see my highest version of myself doing day in and day out, and getting paid for it, handsomely for it. I'm like, if this is how I see myself in the future, that's me. That's what I want for myself. That is who I am. That's a part of me. And so I can get distracted if I listen to the external forces of saying that, hey, you shouldn't think that, you shouldn't want that, you shouldn't think that, you shouldn't want to create that. No. And that distracts us from what we literally already know, what we want within our minds, within ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever you see yourself being in the future, that's a reflection of who you are, of what you want, of what your desires are. And then you got to think about it as what you don't want. So it's just like, what you don't want, that also shows you who you are, So express that, announce it, write about it, distribute it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. Strive for perfection, but we fall for excellence. So that's the thing. That's what I want to talk about. And so this letter, it's like I wrote a suspense format, of this letter, and it says it's an early glimpse into my 3 to 5 a.m. writer series number 4 that I will release later on this week. The call in the still hours. There's a belief that when you wake around 3 to 5 a.m., you're being called. The Spirit, God, is reaching out, piercing the quiet to deliver something meant just for you. Here, in the 3 to 5 a.m. Writer Club, we're not waiting for a wake-up call. We are assertive, taking the reins, waking on purpose. Whether or not these early hours find us naturally, we show up, ready to tune in, and tap into what waits on the other side of discipline. So, I've heard before that the 3 to 5 a.m. writer, that between the hours of 3 to 5 a.m., those are the hours that, if you're always waking up around those times, that you are waking up because for a higher calling, because you have a responsibility, you have a very high purpose of what God is calling you to do. And also, it is said that, 3 a.m. is the hours of the wicked, is the hours of evil. It's the hours when Satan, when he really does his most work, because he knows that's when God calls his chosen people to do certain things. But so Satan, whatever God does, Satan wants to counter it, and so he uses those same hours to distract us, to keep us from listening to God's callings. So what I'm saying in the 3 to 5 a.m. writer, in this build-up, the anticipation of me launching my 3rd series of this letter, what I'm saying is that regardless of we are waking up naturally or not around this time, this is my vision, this is what I think, this is what I believe, that we're going to take the initiative to develop ourselves, to work, to advance, to excel, to increase the standard of our lifestyles. Whoever has a vision, whoever is obsessed, I am for the obsessives of augmenting their entire being, of augmenting their life. That's who I'm for. So whoever wants to advance that, the 3 to 5 a.m. writer is for that. Because it's like, what more sacred time can I spend in a time frame, 2 hours, can I spend during the 24 hours of our day of developing a higher lifestyle from a higher calling? What better way can I listen more to my spirit and create and develop, produce, and earn? That's what I talk about, earning with my spirit. What better time can I do that when? It says it's the sacred time frame. So hey, that's when I decided to do it. So I am being assertive. I am taking the initiative of spending that time to myself, giving it to myself to become the highest version of myself, which again, we never will meet the highest version of ourselves, but we are going to become elite and excellent in the process of the self-actualization. And in the process of that as well, autonomy, freedom, peace, joy, holiness, not just happiness, wealth, prosperity, all that stuff, rich, all that stuff is just going to be byproducts of us spending that sacred divine timing, 3 to 5 a.m., every single day, staying dedicated and disciplined of that. Could you imagine what type of human being you will be, how developed you'll be if you just start doing that at least 6 months? And don't get me wrong, like, you don't have to do it 3 to 5 a.m. It's an idea. It's I would say it's just for more of a icing on the cake. You can do it any 2 hours during the day. Even if you only have time to write 30 minutes, you're still doing better than what most people will do in the vast majority of their lives. The 3 to 5 a.m. is a bit more of a commitment, I guess you could say, to yourself, to yourself, to your calling, to your lifestyle, to your future self. It's just more of a commitment, So if it's, I guess you can say it's like, you can think about it like, God, I write, I create, I do this during the day, but I'm still not where I want to be. Maybe you could try to dedicate that time in the sacred time. Maybe you can become more spiritual, and you could think, you can use your psyche and be like, maybe I should dedicate my creative time 3 to 5 a.m. Let's see if that kicks in. Let's see if God makes some moves. Let's see if, if the time that I'm dedicating that by to my creative work, and to listen to the Spirit, and to earn with my spirit. Maybe the 3 to 5 a.m. Maybe if I dedicate that, I commit to 3 to 5 a.m. Maybe it can make a little bit of a difference, just a little bit. Maybe. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed to me, but I'm just saying maybe I see a difference. I come up with so many ideas and so much creative work. I come up with so much regardless, but I see and I feel the difference when I working 3 to 5 a.m. And it really just deals with your subconscious, your psyche, your mind, psychologically, because you're like, you already know that this is a huge commitment. And so you already know that if you stay true to something that's a huge commitment, regardless, that something great should happen out of that in a way, regardless, in time. So you already know that. So you're already believing that this is for a great cause. This is for a great calling. This is for a great purpose. This is for a great reason. So let me I'm being committed to this. So you're already believing, you're already knowing, and you're already showing the evidence. And you're proving to God that I am serious. I am committed. This is serious business. I want this. Who knows, so. And then think about this, 3 to 5 a.m. After 5 a.m., you got the whole day ahead of you. Everything else that you do is just icing on the cake. You do your 3 to 5 a.m. writings. You between that hours, you write your emotions down. You write, what you're thinking, your thoughts, you're honest with yourself, and then you just keep writing more and more and more. Then you whatever your business is, whatever your brand is, whatever you want to say, whatever your voice is, whatever your thoughts are, whatever. If you want to share that, you want to monetize it, And then so you publish, and you publish it every single day. And then if you got a full-time job, 40 hours job, you already have published it right before 8 o'clock hits. So think about that. So that's what the 3 to 5 a.m. writer is. I'm in the process of finishing my 4th letter for that. That's something that I'm very excited about. I have a lot of different things that I'm writing, like the 3 to 5 a.m. writer newsletter, the daily Dante Taviance newsletter, I have Start With Self, that's the first book that I'm writing, Start With Self. Earn With Your Spirit, that's the second book that I plan on pushing out, and with all my different products that I'm writing, all my different products that I'm creating, I do write about them. I push them out, on their different social media accounts, and I am going to write short stories dealing with those products. So it'll be more of like a story that I'm going to create. I'll have a character and take you through this journey of how this character, using my products, how it advanced their lifestyle, and so it's a little bit of a suspenseful theme that I'm pushing towards with my brand as well. Suspense, is a very popular genre, so I will have a bit of a suspense feel to what I'm talking about, what I'm launching, what I'm creating throughout my entire brand. You will see more and more in time of what I'm talking about. It will be more appealing to you. It's because it's appealing to me when I write it. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. This is great. This is exciting. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to when I'm going to write again, when I'm going to keep touching bases on this stuff. So, so the suspense, it does have it does deal with the psyche, and it does build like it's a real huge anticipation. So if you're a business owner, if you're a writer or anything, a copywriter, whatever, digital marketer, consider a suspense type of feel before you launch something, So that's all I have for right now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think and what you feel. I'm looking forward to the future. The future is now. I'm looking forward to meeting my highest self. I'm looking forward to growing. I'm looking forward to developing. I'm looking forward to getting better. And most of all, I'm looking forward to the launch of the 3 to 5 a.m. Writer Series number 4. All right. Thank you so much. And you have a beautiful day.